Hey guys, this is Kevin again with GrayLine Overland. We're here to give you a initial impression after our shakedown run and kind of give you the lowdown on how the trailer did and kind of walk you through the trailer again and give you a better kind of understanding of what all the trailer has to offer and how it performs and things like that. So we'll get right into it. Oh, by the way, guys, please remember to like the video and subscribe and leave us a comment and let us know what you think about it, or if you got any questions, be sure to let us know. Okay, we love to interact with y'all. We love the comments. That's what kind of keeps us going, you know, being able to interact with people about this. So right now we've borrowed a generator, so this is acting like our shore power so that we can run the 110, we can run the coffee maker and things like that, and have a coffee maker because I like coffee, my wife likes coffee, so we want to make sure that we have a coffee maker. And not to mention, this will also charge the battery, which is right here, as a 1300 watt lithium battery, and it's stored in here, and it will last a good little while, but apparently it wasn't charged all the way, so we had to in the middle of the night, the fan went off, and I got up this morning and actually plugged this in to get it charged up and let it charge for a little while. But I always want to make sure your battery's fully charged before you head out. That was my bad, I forgot to do that. But hey, you live, you learn, and that's why it's called a shakedown run. So you learn some things and everything. So Mike was nice enough to loan us his generator though, and it came in handy because we were actually able to charge the battery some. It comes with a full-size spare. It's running Mickey Thompson Deegan 38s, which are I know I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I absolutely love Mickey Thompsons as a tire. They do really well. They have good life and they perform really well on the trail, and they're tough. I mean, the sidewalls are really tough on these things. We've got a bottle of propane right here, and basically what this is for whenever we want to run heat. We've got a Trima heater, and in the winter time we'll definitely be using that, but you would connect the hose from this point right here, and it would run down into here, and that's a quick connect, and then it would give gas. The gas is plumbed to the heater, which is inside the cabin there, and would give us some good heat. On the trailer up here, we've got a max coupler, so if you want to get a shot of this, it gives 360 degrees of articulation in everywhere you need it to. The trailer will move independently of the Jeep and any way that it needs to, which comes in really handy when you're navigating some of this really rough terrain like we did out here. It's got a we don't have the brake controller yet, that's why it's got an adapter on it from the 4-pin to the 7, but this is it does have trailer brakes, and that is one of the things that actually did take a little damage out here. I don't know how it happened exactly, but we pulled the wires loose from the driver's side electric brake that's on the trailer, so we're gonna have to pull get that taken care of and try to secure it in a better position so that it doesn't happen again. We've got the diamond plated tread plate right here, which serves a really great purpose because the Jeep it can throw up rocks, and whenever it throws up those rocks, you got that added layer of protection. And then you've also got right here, it's all coated with that bed liner stuff, that real rough textured bed liner, and it's really good and strong, and it's really chip resistant too. So we've got that to take care of any bumps and bruises along the way. So over here we've got the rock sliders here that are they're going to come in really handy, I think. They really do help out to keep us from taking any damage or anything like that. On the door here, it's a double door system, so you've got the screen door, which is the way we did. This is the way we actually set it up last night. As when we were sleeping, we had it like this, so this right here can just come out like that, and that way you can open. But yeah, you can that is the opener for it right there, and then it shuts to kind of give you a little bit of a block from like the bugs and stuff like that, and nothing can the bats can't fly in or anything like that. So you've got the screen there to keep all that out, but it still lets the wind flow through it real well. We actually did have some good airflow through the trailer last night with the Max Air fan that was in there, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. This door right here is pretty neat because you can either this little window right here, there it goes. It turns to open up so that you can see out, or it can close like that for a little bit more privacy. It's got dual locks on it, so it's got the deadbolt lock, and then it's got a lock for this as well that locks from the outside. So whenever you're away from it, you've got double locks for security purposes. Let's talk about these fenders for a minute. These fenders are super strong. They're also coated in that bed liner material. You can stand on these fenders. It's not going anywhere. I weigh 240 pounds. Actually, a plate here that bolts through to the fender, and I'll let her get in there and show you that to reinforce that fender. All right, and we are the tires. As far as the tires are kind of a smaller tire, but they really performed really well. You know, just picking line is the best, is the most important thing. It's running a 235 75 15. I thought that was going to be a little on the small side, but it turned out to be pretty good. You know, I might look to upgrade that later, but for right now it's doing really well. All right, so now we're going to kind of give you an overview of the galley, which is where I do a lot of my magic. If you call it magic, it might not be magic, it might be black magic. Because my cooking on the trail is still evolving. I've just you know, I finally got to where I could cook in the kitchen really well, or I think it's really well. I'm having to really adjust to the outdoors because, number one, this is gas that we're cooking with, and I'm used to cooking on electric at home. But anyway, so here is our cook partner stove. It stows away nicely like this. Yep. And then you fold this down like that. It pops the latch for you, and there you are. So this is our cook partner. It did really well last night. The burners are actually pretty intense as far as how they put out the fuel and everything. They put it out pretty hard. So even in high wind, I was able to get the cooking done. We have a flat top griddle, and when the wind's blowing, it really doesn't perform very well. But this right here, even with high wind, it performed amazing. So it did a great job, even in the high wind. I was thinking that I might have to move it over here, but I'm glad I didn't, because I used every bit of real estate that we have here for the prep, and in order to get the plates out and kind of set everything up as I was cooking. So it's really nice having this much real estate. It's a little bit more convenient for the wind situation a lot of times if it's put in here, but keep in mind that if you go with that option, you lose this real estate here for the prep area. Okay, so I could cut the vegetables and get them ready, and I can have the plates and everything here ready, so that whenever I got finished cooking, I would be able to transfer that straight to the plates and then go straight to the table with it. And so that gave me the ability to feel like I was kind of at home and had that extra room that I would have in my kitchen at home. So I really like the fact that the cook partner is out here, and it gives me that extra room here to do all that, because I need the extra real estate. Speaking of which, the only thing that's going to take up any space over here is, in fact, your sink. And this actually folds away very nicely, so you can put it down just like that if you want to. There's really not any reason to do that, just to be 100% honest, because it's not getting hit by anything as you're going down the road. We used the organic soap, so it's good for the environment, so we weren't causing any issues there. Now we're going to show you the cabinets, and I really like the cabinets. Going through the trail, sometimes these little sliders, one of them did kind of move on me while I was going down the trail, but no biggie deal. Got room for my skillet and my little griddle right there. Some Tupperware, cooking stuff is here, and then we have these are the Trofast bins right here. So storage of various items in here, and very convenient these things are. All right, and the other side is just a mirrored version of that, and you can remove these things and actually create a little space to put different stuff. We got our coffee maker and everything in there. And then over here you got a bigger Trofast bin for some of the bigger items. Don't really have anything bigger right now that we have to put in there. And then another one of these. It's going to hold some more toiletries and things like that, I think. So the lighting back here, you've got this dome light right here, or you can go with the mood lighting, I like to say, which is right here. And it's the strip lighting up here, and it changes colors and stuff like that. So it offers a little bit of mood lighting, and plus, not to mention the fact that at night, it does not attract the bugs like the regular lights do. Okay, this is our refrigerator. It is the Norcold 45 quart, and it's got a pretty good bit of room. You know, I could definitely see needing a bigger one sooner or later, but for right now, it's doing everything we needed to do. We've got our drinks in here. We had food over here and stuff like that. So no issues, no issues with that. It had enough food for us for this trip with no problem. It can be either a cooler, like a refrigerator, or a freezer, depending on how you set it. So right now we've got it set for refrigerator, and it locks in, but it does not lock out. So there we are. Under here is our heater. That's what we were talking about earlier, the gas and stuff. It comes back here, and this is our heater, and the exhaust port is right here that goes to the outside. And this is also where we keep all of our gas lines. Okay, and this is our paper towel holder. And right now we are using a nail that we found on the trail to kind of hold it in place. But you definitely need something like a clothespin, or maybe a paper clip or something like that to kind of hold them in place. But this is awful handy, I'll tell you that, because whenever you need a paper towel, it's always close at hand, and this is locked in place. So we really like this. This is Simple Human, and we're real big fans of Simple Human. They're a little pricey, but they really work well. All right, so now we're going to show you inside the cabin here. So follow me on in here. When you get inside, first thing I want to show you is the lighting right here. So right there, that turns the light on. You've got different degrees of brightness. Had it on the lowest setting, so now it's turned on bright. You've also got these little lights right here, and you've got USB ports on both sides of the bed. So she can put her phone here, I can put my phone here, and we can run a charge cable up to it and charge them and everything, and 2 on each side. So we're good to go there. Key holder right here. We've got our cup holder right here, and that's handy. On both sides we have cup holders, so those are really handy. Okay, but so there we are. And you can do air in or air out. Right now it's pulling, it's actually air out right now. I didn't even know I set it to that. But right now it's air out, so it's sucking air through the door and out that. So it's kind of doing that kind of thing. But in order, you can also change that to different levels that you can control the fan right here. And then don't remember how to, maybe this. There it is, air in, and it will stop the fan, and it will start turning the other way. So now the air is blowing out and blowing it onto me right now instead of coming in the door. So that's how the fan works. Okay, I'm gonna leave that running so I'm not so hot out here. are really nice, and you can pull them up right here, and with the window here, you got windows on both sides, and that's the top place setting right there. And then there's another spot right down here where you can close a little bit more. But if you leave these open on both sides, you know, it keeps the bugs out, but lets air flow through here better, that much more. Because this, whenever it's blowing in, if you don't have the windows or something open, it doesn't really give you a lot of circulation from that fan. These cabinets are right here are the ones that pass through to the front, so you can get things from the front if necessary. All right, and they do lock into place, so they won't open up. All right, this is your drawers. I have one on my side, and she also has one on her side. And then we have our little attic, is what we call the attic area, where we can shove stuff as well. All right, we've got a blanket up here, toiletries and stuff like that. Okay. All right. It comes with a carbon monoxide alarm, which is nice to have. It actually was going off on the way up here because the exhaust was blowing in here, and it let us know that we needed to air this thing out before we got in. So we got out here, opened it up with that max air going. It was quick, fast, and in a hurry. It was cleared out, and we were able to enter the unit. And then there's a fire alarm here. But this would be where the heat came out. All right, and this is the fuse box. See, there we are. And we've got some more plugs right there for cigarette lighter, or is it, let me see, yeah, cigarette lighter right there style, and another dual USB right there. And then we've got our 110 outlet, which runs off of shore power, or what we used was the generator. This is different from other trailers in the fact that, you see how high the ceiling is right here? I have no problem sitting up straight. I can change clothes in here, no problem. I'm on my knees and I'm sitting up straight. Most of them you cannot do that in. And also, it's padded all the way around, so wherever you're laying up against this, it is padded, so it's really comfortable. They paid a lot of attention to detail. The details in this are really great. And by the way, we do have a fire extinguisher in here, which is really good to have in case something was to go down. All right, but that is my overview, or our overview, of the bean trailer and our initial shakedown and how it worked out. You can see it in our other video how it did on the trail, which I thought it handled really well. Aside from that little bruise with the electric brakes, it went really well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave us a comment in the comment section if you have any questions about it. I'll do my best to answer it. I hope I answered all your questions, but I do love to get comments and be able to respond to the comments. So please leave me a message down below, and hit that like button and subscribe, and then hit the bell for the notifications so you can stay up to date on all our videos. All right, this is Kevin with GrayLine Overland. We'll see you next time.